Today, we are going to talk about why we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And I do realize that this is an expression that I use a lot when I'm talking about, this in the context of, uh, soul reincarnation and spirit and how we are soul beings. That's my belief that yes, we have a soul, we have a spirit within us that lives forever. Just our human body, our shell, outside shell, dies, but the soul just ascends and transitions and then eventually reincarnates. So I am a believer that we are spiritual beings having many human experiences. Beyond our physical realm, there lies the essence of our true nature. And our true nature is it that we are eternal souls on a journey of growth and of learning. Our souls keep reincarnating, keep coming back to the physical bodies to learn lessons, to heal karma, in order to ascend to a point where our soul doesn't need to reincarnate anymore, and then guides other souls in this journey. In our fast-paced world, it's so easy to forget this truth. It's so easy to forget that we are spiritual beings in a human body. But when we do find the time to pause and to connect with our inner selves, we get to realize that we are not just human beings striving for spirituality. We already are spiritual beings at our core. So when we do find the time to pause, to reflect, and to connect, we remember this truth. We remember that we are spiritual beings already in our core, and not just human beings seeking, longing, striving, looking for spirituality. So I believe that our soul's journey extends beyond this lifetime. As I said, I believe in reincarnation, and that once we transition to the spiritual realm, life carries on, life continues. It's just not what it is now. So because of that, I also believe that our soul's journey existed before, right? Past lives, former lives that bring so much imprinting with us now and beyond. And so it will continue to exist after our present physical form of transition that we are now. So each challenge and each struggle and each gift that we have now holds such profound value for our soul's evolution. Everything that we are now, everything that we do, every challenge we struggle with, it's not just this. It's not just a phase. Isn't just this life, this moment. Because the value, the lessons, the learnings, the wisdom that comes from it will have a profound value for the next reincarnations. The same way we have been imprinted from former lives, the karma from former lives that we bring with us now, whatever we are doing and living now will imprint in our soul's DNA and carry on. So life experiences serve as a valuable lessons for our spiritual growth. And when we see life like a classroom, every moment that we live becomes an opportunity to learn and an opportunity to expand our consciousness. And so instead of resisting or running away from these experiences, if we embrace these lessons, it will empower us to grow spiritually and find fulfillment on higher levels. So one thing that I wanted to touch is that being spiritual or a spirituality enthusiast is a deeply personal relationship between us and the divine. And it's also important to remember that, we are not separate from the divine. For instance, in my experience growing up as a Catholic in a very church-driven culture, going to church and going to Sunday school and, doing the pilgrimage to Fatima and every year and all the beliefs and everything. So it's really, really ingrained in our culture. So growing up in that culture, I grew up believing that God was this omnipresent, that God is something that you never seen, but you know it exists and is powerful and is mighty and is separate from you and he sees everything. He knows everything you do, even your thoughts. He knows everything. And so he's going to judge you and you might end up going to hell because of the things you thought and the things that you did when you were alive. And so I grew up actually fearing God. I feared God in a way that I'm going to be punished. So I used to pray and say my Holy Marys and all the prayers that I could to kind of ask for forgiveness. And I reckon that I'm not alone in this, and a lot of people felt this way. But as I grew up and delved into spirituality more, I learned that the divine, God, Source, Allah, whatever name you resonate with, is not a force outside of ourselves. We are one with. Even in the Bible, we read and we heard many say that, we are all God's sons and daughters. that we are all made of the same cloth. But for a child, you don't understand that. You don't understand. You understand that God is a mighty Father that knows everything. And for a child that was abused at home, you think, damn, I'm going to be punished hard. If I've been punished already, it's going to be bad. So it's quite scary. But as we kind of mature and we learn more about things, and we are not scared to ask questions and to get curious and to learn about these things, we learn that, yes, we are all made of the same cloth because we are all God. We are all source. We are all divine. There is nothing external. We are all with it. And so, again, being spiritual, delving into spirituality, and even being religious is about the relationship with the divine, with source, with oneness. And so it's one that goes beyond any religious dogmas and organized belief systems. So it's nothing to do with religion, as in belief systems. And if you want to understand a little bit more about this, I have another video about can you be spiritual and religious? And I go in depth about what being spiritual means, what being religious means, and how one doesn't cancel the other. So if you are curious about this theme, go and check that video out. But the important thing to understand is that you can be religious, but it's not about the religion system that you are in, and the belief system is about how connected you are with the divine. Because that relationship allows us to connect with a higher power in a way that resonates with our innermost selves. And that's what is important. And that's why how you name it is not what is important. If you name it God or Goddess or Source or the universe or oneness, or it doesn't matter the name you use. It's the connection with that higher power in the way that resonates with you the most. And that transcends any religious boundaries. Because being spiritual is about feeling guided towards the universal truths, about the beliefs within that become our guiding compass in understanding our true nature as spiritual beings. It's about the universal truths. It's not about religious boundaries, as in, like I used to believe, that God was separate, was mighty, and I should be scared of him. That there was this boundary, this wall between me or us as humans and the angels and the gods and the deities. It's not about that. It transcends that. It's about feeling guided towards the universal truths and truths to you. And at the core of this understanding lies the realization that love is the essence of spirit. Love is present and is mentioned in all religions and is the basis of spirituality. So that's what you need to focus on. Don't get distracted with names. Don't get distracted with systems. Don't get confused with all of it. It's all about love. Love is universal language. We've heard that many times. And love is the essence of our spirit and source. So when we apply love to, for example, our wounds, to our pains, to our hurts, we initiate our own healing journey. And when we apply love to everything that we do, to the words that we use, to the behaviors, actions that we do, we are giving love and kindness and compassion to all people around us. And that is what is at the core of us being spiritual beings having a human experience, is living by the law of love, is being love, acting with love, giving love, receiving love, but having love at the forefront, having love as our mission, as our main value. Because we know that life is not always easy. It's not smooth sailing. And throughout our lives, as spiritual beings having human experience, we will encounter dark times along the journey. We know that already. So during these moments, these dark times, our connection with our soul becomes even more important. Because our soul serves as a guiding light. It provides us with the strength and the resilience to navigate these dark moments in our lives. And by tending to our soul and understanding the lessons that are presented to us in these dark times, in this challenge that we face throughout our lives, we can transform this adversity into opportunities for growth. We can alchemize the pain into lessons. We can alchemize the pain and the hurt into love and into light. And embracing love and embracing the wisdom that resides with us allows us to tap into our inner strength, right? And find solace even in the dark times. Because love is the essence of everything. So what I would like to invite you is to take these, moments of darkness, these moments that life seems chaos, to reconnect with your soul and to embrace the love and the wisdom that your soul can offer you, to guide you, to be a compass in your life. Because, as I said in the beginning, we are soul beings or spiritual beings having a human experience. And even the dark moments of our lives, the chaos, everything, they hold value for our soul's ascension. And that's why we are having a human experience. So we can have these opportunities for growth and learning. So we can break karma from past lives, heal it now, so we don't have to take those lessons into future reincarnations, and give the opportunity for our soul to grow in a loving way, always having love at the forefront.